is the 2022 Toyota Tacoma. There's not a ton new, but what there is, we're going to talk about. The biggest news is the SR5 Trail Edition. If you don't have the doubloons to buy a TRD Off-Road or Pro, then this might just be the Tacoma for you. This new Trail Edition gets a couple of extra features that are really going to help you off-road. You get a ½ inch of extra ground clearance back here in the rear. You get an extra inch up front. More importantly, you get a locking rear differential for when things get a little bit slippery. No, that's not the rock-crunching juggernaut TRD Pro list of features, but you've also got a more respectable price at around $50,000. The Trail Edition is only available as a 4x4. But you know what? Maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's do a quick Tacoma recap for just a second. Rear-wheel drive comes standard, four-wheel drive optional in all trims but the TRD Off-Road and TRD Pro, in which you will get that 4x4. The base SR and one level up SR5 Tacoma get power from a 2.7-liter four-cylinder engine that's mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission that is a bit of a dinosaur. However, that is one tough as nails and reliable dyno. You can upgrade those trims to the standard engine on the higher trim levels, which is a 3.5-liter V6. If you've opted for four-wheel drive, you can also opt to row your own gears with a manual 6-speed. Fuel economy numbers aren't slaying any dragons, but the four-cylinder mill does decently. Here's some nice music and some numbers. If you opt for the four-wheel drive, lose a mile off of those numbers. You'll sacrifice another digit on those V6 four-wheel drive numbers if you opt for the manual. The reason why we love trucks so much is because they're so configurable. Engine size, cab size, bed size, whatever you want. It's all mix and match. And of course, two or four-wheel drive. How you set up yours determines what you'll pay. Pricing on the Tacoma starts at $26,500. Add-on four-wheel drive for $3,075. The rear-wheel drive V6 goes up by $2,260, and four-wheel drive on top of that is $34,065. Upgrading to the double cab, that adds $830. Some standard features include 16-inch wheels, an integrated color-keyed tailgate spoiler, privacy glass, power windows and locks, and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Oh, you also get an easy lower tailgate. It might be easy lower, however. It's a damped tailgate, but you guys, it's pretty heavy. The infotainment system has a 7-inch touchscreen, a 6-speaker audio system, Bluetooth, satellite radio capability, and 3 USB ports. Standard driver's aids are forward collision warning with automatic emergency braking, lane departure alert, adaptive cruise control, and high beam assist. You'll also get some composite storage boxes that are durable and lock. When it comes to the interior of the Tacoma, it is a little bit long in the tooth. While some of the more recently updated midsize trucks look way more modern, the Tacoma still has everything you need, but it's looking a little dated. Case in point, this even larger screen seems small and the graphics look rudimentary. The gauge cluster still looks pretty old school, but these numbers on the temperature controls, are those from my Commodore 64? Over the years of this generation, Toyota have made some big upgrades to seat comfort and adjustment, general cabin setup and tech, but materials still tend to the less zazzy plastics. There are no interesting patterns or textures in here. Again, hoping for some upgrades soon. I am not a super big person. Certainly I fit okay back here, but seats are comfortable enough. You know, I think for someone bigger, especially like a big coworker, construction worker guy, he's not going to be all that comfortable back here. Okay, so what are the more modern competitors, you ask? The midsize truck segment has some worthy options in the Chevy Colorado, Jeep Gladiator, Nissan Frontier, and Ford Ranger. Hey, some might even throw in the Honda Ridgeline, depending on what kind of a truck purist they are. No one is going to accuse the Toyota Tacoma of being graceful or refined when it comes to its road manners. If you're looking for a midsize truck that is perhaps a little less truck-ish, then you might want to look elsewhere, but at least you know what you're getting. Turns in the Tacoma feel a little bit like you're driving a blunt instrument or like a brick. That is 100% what you would expect from a Tacoma. Whenever you do upgrade your truck with an off-road package, especially when it comes to tires, you are always going to deal with a little bit more noise. Here I definitely have road noise from the tires, even on this SR5 Trail Edition, but those tires are also going to get you a whole ton more capability. The Tacoma still comes with Toyota's very stalwart 6-speed automatic transmission. You can, definitely feel it kind of rolling through the gears. It has a little bit of slow time when you're selecting something, especially if you are looking for a little bit of acceleration. You can throw it into a manual gear here. Again, like the rest of the Tacoma, it's not terribly refined, but assume that something a little bit different is coming. Boy, you can really hear that engine when you are getting up to speed. I've made similar comments about the sort of, let's call it the datedness of this powertrain. And a lot of people responded on YouTube with comments like, yeah, but it never breaks down. And I do think there is something to that is obviously very important. Certainly it helps the Tacoma's resale values, but I also really genuinely feel like Toyota is doing some pretty interesting things with their hybrid powertrains. So I will be really excited to see what it is that they do here. Maybe that's Toyota calling, telling me what they're gonna do. If you're looking at the SR5, that starts around $29,500. With that, you can get the V6 or opt for 4-wheel drive, and you get the slightly larger 8-inch touchscreen. The SR5 also includes that all-new 4-wheel drive Trail Edition, which gets you the off-road goodies I mentioned earlier, plus full skid plates and really cool-looking bronze-finished wheels. Of course, we need to test all this stuff out, so we found a little dirt in Irvine and were pleasantly surprised at what the Trail Edition can do. On super uneven dirt, ruts, and even more significant terrain, the Trail Edition handled it. You could definitely push this thing even more, and even if it doesn't have the TRD stamp on it, this is quite a bit of truck. I'd say more than most people will need for not a massive amount of coin. I like it. The highest of the non-TRD trims is the Limited, which adds 18-inch alloy wheels, leather seating, a power moonroof, and the premium JBL audio system. That gets us into the TRD lineup, which will always be indicated by specific badging, and even if you do just get the TRD Sport, you're going to look a little bit more aggressive. And you're going to pay close to $33,500. That's without 4-wheel drive or the double cab. Add a little less than 7,000 smackers for those. You do get wireless phone charging standard though, which is good. So if you move up to the TRD Off-Road, you're going to start to get some compelling off-road elements for about $34,700. That includes the multi-terrain select, so you'll be able to go into mud and ruts mode, or sand, or snow. You'll also get crawl control, which is basically like a very rudimentary off-road cruise control, and you're going to get a locking rear differential. At the top of the Tacoma food chain stands the TRD Pro. That base price gets you a manual transmission and the double cab. You also get 16-inch black alloy wheels, extra ground clearance, a front skid plate, heated front seats, and TRD interior accents. Oh, Fox branded shock absorbers and a TRD catback exhaust also come standard. Even though this Tacoma has been around a long time, it still consistently finds its way to the mid-size truck Best Buy category for Kelley Blue Book. One of those reasons is because of its excellent resale value. Don't believe me? Go on the link in the description and find out what your old Tacoma is worth. You'll be surprised. We are fully anticipating that Toyota is coming to market post-haste with an all-new model that will include things like hybrid powertrains and way more improved design and tech. So yes, the Toyota Tacoma is getting a bit dated, but if you're looking for a truck that has solid off-road chops, that is incredibly reliable and has a ton of aftermarket parts just waiting for you to put them on it, then definitely put the Toyota Tacoma at the top of your list. And you know what? Just like us, hold your breath and wait for the brand new one to come.